David mentioned the opinion. I'm going to give you another opinion about what will happen. And I know our governor is going to speak. And you know, the governor is actually going to help lead this next challenge. And the governor is going to make I'm about to divulge. I'm his lawyer, by the way. I knocked on more doors than the other guy, so now I'm his lawyer, unfortunately for him. But I'm about to divulge a lawyer-client secret. Governor O'Malley is not, so much people say, well, he's doing this for political gain, you know, whatever it is. Governor O'Malley has been sympathetic to this issue from its inception. So the idea that he's just sort of new on board is wrong. He understands this is what we're doing here is wrong, and he's actually, in my view, done something that he may not even be aware of already to make sure that we do have same-sex marriage in Maryland, which is appoint a number of judges since the last time this came up. So let me just play this out as my legal opinion, if you will. Dave went to Yale Law School. I wouldn't be able to get in there. I only went to the undergraduate because I played lacrosse. You don't play lacrosse, do you? No, so he got there pretty smart. So he'll correct me if I'm wrong on this, but let's play this out. So we go to the legislature, the governor and all the elected officials in this room, and Jamie Raskin and others, make sure this happens. So we pass this, and we have same-sex marriage here in Maryland. The right-wing, myopic folks will then try and have a referendum. And let's say they're able to do that, put it on the ballot, and that would stay the effectiveness of the law. So we'd still be marriage between a man and a woman. It then goes to vote. Now, every state in the country that's done this has not voted for marriage equality, though Maine was very close in the last election, and in the last polls, in Maryland, it was the population is in favor of same-sex marriage. So we could be successful. It's going to be an interesting year on that ballot anyway because of the DREAM Act, and people really don't have any idea what that is. And Gabe and others, we know we have to get that. That's a different event, but we have to get that word out as well over the next year as to what the DREAM Act actually is and what it is not. But so it's going to be an interesting election. But let's say the people vote and the machines don't work and they vote it down, right? So then what happens? Then we go back to marriages between a man and a woman again. And then what happens? Well, it goes to a court. There's cases right now that are percolating about divorce and spousal privilege. So this will ultimately go to the courts. Governor O'Malley has appointed 3 new members of the Court of Appeals. Since Lisa is here, is Lisa Polyak here?
Right here.
Right. So Lisa's case was the last one, and they decided 4-3 that the current law is constitutional. Well, clearly the current law is not constitutional. It violates equal protection, it violates due process, and the new lawyers, the new judges that Governor O'Malley has appointed will ultimately decide that, as they have on almost every state that's visited this issue, including California. And by the way, the only thing that could change the analysis is if the Supreme Court gets this before that, because of DOMA and the Department of Justice no longer defending it, then on the federal level it'll be gone and we won't have to worry about it. So we will win. It's a lot of law, a lot of procedure, a lot of effort. The first step, though, is going to be in the legislative session this year. And thankfully, with the governor's help, the lieutenant governor, and all the other people in this room that are going to help that effort, and it will get done. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting the cause. It's not a done deal. We need to work hard, but I'm confident that it'll happen. So welcome to Chevy Chase.